Yeah, good evening. Before going to the next lesson, let us work out some problems from this lesson, which are very important in view of our board exams. Okay, so I want you to copy down whatever we are working out on the board. Just have to copy down your notebook. The same will be tested in the next week. Okay, as I told you, you will have test in this fourth lesson. We are going to have a test on these problems also. Okay, so take your notebook and start writing down. First I will give you the questions, then we will solve the problems on the board. Take down quickly. Ready? First question. A coil of area of cross section Nitya, it seems that you don't have any notebook at all. You are writing at the back of the textbook or notebook. Only one page you have got. If you have got any short of papers, you can ask for our master who is present there. He will give you papers. Please get it. Yeah, take down a coil of area of cross section 0.5 meter square with 10 turns in it. With 10 turn, T-U-R-N-S, turn, with 10 turns is in a plane which is perpendicular to an uniform magnetic field, which is perpendicular to an uniform magnetic field of 0.2 Weber per meter square. Of 0.2 Weber per meter square. Calculate the flux through the coil. First we will take the data. Though it looks like a very simple question, it needs some systematic solving. Otherwise you cannot get the correct answer. Most probably it may be asked in multiple choice. Okay. So let us see what is the data given here. Area is given. Area is given as 0.5 square meter. 0.5 square meter. And number of turns is given as 10. And then magnetic field is given. What is that? It is 0.2 Weber per meter square. Right? And then one clue is given that theta is given. What is the clue here? It is given as that the coil is in a plane which is perpendicular to the uniform magnetic field. It is given. The coil is, see that this is the magnetic field. Okay. Now the coil is in a plane which is perpendicular to the magnetic field. What is meant by that? What do you understand from that? The coil is in a plane which is perpendicular to the uniform magnetic field. If it is so, what would be the angle? Why? Can you tell me why? Now the coil is in a plane which is perpendicular to the magnetic field. This is the magnetic field. Yes. So if you say this is the plane which is perpendicular to the magnetic field. Now the coil is here. Now I will place the coil here. So say this is the coil. Right? Now how can you say it is 0 degree? Can you tell me how can you say that is 0 degree? Quickly. Perpendicular 90 degree இல்லையா? How can you say 0? Plane வந்து perpendicular இருக்கு, angle magnetic field வந்து இப்படி இருக்கு, angle எப்படி இருக்கும்? What is theta actually here? What is theta? Yes? The formula இருக்கு இல்லையா, phi is equal to n b a cos theta அப்படி போடுறோம் இல்லையா, இதுல theta அப்படின்றது என்னது? Magesh, tell me, what is theta here? என்ன angle? Theta ன angle தான். What is that angle indicates here? இப்போ உடனே 0 இல்லனா 90 degree. Nitya, can you tell me what is the angle? Wrong, because here theta indicates that it is the angle between the normal to the plane of the coil and the magnetic field. இப்போ இந்த coil இருக்கு, இதுக்கு ஒரு normal draw பண்றேன்னு வெச்சுக்கோ. நார்மல்னா perpendicular line இதுக்கு draw பண்ணா இதுதான் normal. இப்போ magnetic field க்கும் இந்த நார்மலுக்கு இருக்க angle எவ்வளோ? Parallel. So 0. That is why we say theta is equal to 0. First சொன்ன answer correct. ரெண்டு வாட்டி கேட்டேன்னா மாத்திட்டேன். ஏன்னா basic concept ஞாபகம் இல்ல. Okay, இந்த point ஞாபகம் வச்சுக்கணும். So the angle between the normal to the coil, plane of the coil and the magnetic field is 0. அதனால தான் என்ன பண்றோம்? Theta is given as 0 அப்படி ஞாபகம் வச்சுக்கணும். Okay? Now get the solution now. So what is the task? We were asked to find out the flux through the coil, isn't it? So what is the formula? As I told you already, pi is equal to NBA cos theta. Here n is given here, it is 10, B is given as 0.2 and A is given as 0.5 and cos is given as 0, cos 0. So cos 0 is 1. So 10 into 0.2 into 0.5 into 1. How much is that? 10 2s are 20, so it will become 2.0 and into 0.5. So 2 5s are 10, but how many points are there? See, it is 0 is already there, 2 5s are 10, so we'll have two digits here. So it will have 1. So the answer is 1. Phi is equal to 1 Weber. Unit of magnetic flux is Weber. So note down this. This is how we have to calculate. Come on, quickly, note down quickly. You can note down the diagram also so that you will never forget this. Now இந்த போர்டு எக்ஸாம்ல என்ன பண்ணுவாங்கன்னா இதே क्वेश्चन ஒரு சின்ன ட்விஸ்ட் பண்ணுவாங்க, மல்டிபிள் சாய்ஸ்ல கேட்பாங்க இந்த क्वेश्चन. அதனால குயிக்கா என்ன பண்ணோம், θ 0 அப்படி ஞாபகம் வச்சுட்டு இதை கால்குலேட் பண்ணா நமக்கு ஆன்சர் கிடைச்சிடும் ஈஸியா. சப்போஸ் என்ன ட்விஸ்ட் பண்ணுவாங்க பாருங்க, ஒரே ஒரு क्वेश्चन பண்ணுவாங்க, the coil is in a plane which is perpendicular கொடுத்திருக்கல, அதுக்கு பதிலா which is parallel அப்படின்னு கொடுத்துருவாங்க. அப்ப parallel கொடுத்தா என்ன ஆகும், நீங்க என்ன பண்ணலாம், செகண்ட் क्वेश्चन வந்து இப்படி போட்டுக்கோங்க. அதாவது see second question, the plane is in a plane which is parallel to the magnetic field. இப்படி இருந்தா அப்ப என்ன ஆகும், இந்த டயகிராம் எப்படி ஆகும் பாருங்க, இப்படி இருக்கு. This is the magnetic field. Okay. Now there is a plane. இப்படி இருக்கு plane. இதுதான் plane which is parallel to the magnetic field. இதுதான் plane. The plane is along the direction of magnetic field. இப்ப coil is here. இப்ப coil இப்படி இருக்கு. Now if you draw a perpendicular line which is normal to the coil, coil எப்படி இருக்கும், normal to the coil வந்து இப்படி இருக்கும். This is n cap சொல்லுவீங்க, அதான் normal to the coil. அப்போ இங்க angle என்ன ஆயிடும், now theta will become 90 degree. Okay. So in such case cos 90 will become 0. So the whole thing will become 0. There is no phi. So இந்த பாயிண்ட்ல என்ன பண்ணுவாங்க, இது மட்டும் ட்விஸ்ட் பண்ணுவாங்க. அங்க என்ன பண்ணுவோம், क्वेश्चनல parallel இருக்கா perpendicular இருக்கா அப்படின்னு பார்க்கணும், coil. Okay, and the point ஞாபகம் பண்ணலாம், you can give the answer so that phi will become 0. This is another clue because one time they have twisted this question, so that you should remember this. Now take on the next question, second question. An EMF of, quickly, if you are very slow in writing, it will take more time for us to solve, so make it fast. An EMF of 12 volt is induced when the current in the coil changes at the rate of 40 ampere per second. Calculate the coefficient of self-induction of the coil. Coefficient of self-induction of the coil. So what you have to find out? We have to find out the coefficient of self-induction. என்ன கொடுத்திருக்காங்கன்னா rate of change of current கொடுத்திருக்காங்க and EMF is given. So we have to think a formula which is relating EMF and rate of change of current. இதுல self-induction formula. Okay, take the data first. What is given here? EMF is given. So E is 12 volts. And then rate of change of current, that is, you can say it is di by dt. Rate of change of current is given as 40 amp per second. 40 ampere per second. Okay, what is asked now? L is equal to what? Coefficient of self-induction or self-inductance. Right? Now we know the formula which is relating both L and di by dt. Isn't it? We have seen the Faraday's laws of electromagnetic induction. The formula ஞாபகம் இருக்கும் உங்களுக்கு. அதுக்கு அப்புறம் தான் நம்ம self induction படிச்சோம் இல்லையா? So அந்த coefficient of self induction define பண்ணும்போது படிச்சிருக்கோம். The coefficient of self induction is numerically equal to the induced EMF and the rate of change of current is unity or 1 ampere per second அப்படினு படிச்சிருக்கோம் இல்லையா? அந்த ஃபார்முலா தான் யூஸ் பண்ண போறோம். So E is equal to minus L into di by dt. இதுதான். So if this is 1, L is equal to E. இதெல்லாம் என்ன கண்டுபிடிக்கலாம்? L ஈஸியா கண்டுபிடிச்சிடலாம். Okay? So what is L now? L is equal to E by di by dt. The negative sign அப்படியே இருக்கும். Okay? So E is formula is given. How much is that? Given as 12. And di by dt is given as 40. So how much is that? 12 by 40. So it can be simplified as 3 by 10, isn't it? 3 fours are 12, 10 fours are 40. So 3 by 10. And this 3 by 10 can be written as 0.3. So answer is L is equal to 0.3 Henry. Unit is H. Come on, note down quickly. And here we have left this negative sign. What is this negative sign? Usually we write this negative sign signifies Lenz's law. Okay, that you have to mention. Next question. A coil of 100 turns and resistance 100 ohm is connected in series with a galvanometer of resistance ohm and the coil is placed in a magnetic field. And the coil is placed in a magnetic field. If the magnetic flux linked with the coil changes from (10⁻³ Weber to 2 into 10⁻⁴ Weber. In a time of 0.1 second. In a time of 0.1 second. Calculate the induced EMF and current. So first we have to, though the question is very lengthy, the answer seems to be very simple because it is relating the change in the magnetic flux and the EMF. By using this we can find out the current. Okay, check down the data now. What is given as number of turns is given. N is equal to 100 turns, right? And we can say turns. And the that is resistance is given. R is equal to 100 ohms. And generally when galvanometer is there, the resistance of the galvanometer should be taken as G. G is also given, that is also 100 ohms. Right? And then what is given? The change of flux is given. It is changing from 10⁻³ to 10⁻² into 10⁻⁴. So we'll take this as phi 1 is 10⁻³ Weber and phi 2 is 2 into 10 power minus 4 Weber. Okay, and then the time is given, t is equal to 0.1 second. So using this, we have to find out the induced EMF. Right, it's quite simple because we know what is the formula which is relating the EMF and the change of flux. That is nothing but Faraday's laws of electromagnetism plus second law. E is equal to minus d phi by dt. That question only, that portion. So take down. Solution is very simple. So induced EMF E is equal to minus d phi by dt. But here, since it is number of turns given, I will write it as minus n into d phi by dt. D phi by dt is nothing but change of flux with respect to time, rate of change of flux. அது எப்படி கண்டுபிடிக்கணும்னா flux change divided by time, அதுதான் rate of change of flux. அதுதான் the 3 data கொடுத்திருக்காங்க. So we will simply substitute that. Number of turns is given, it is 100. So 100 minus 100 into d phi can be written as phi 2 minus phi 1 by t. Okay? First you write it as steps so that it will be easy for you. So phi 2 minus phi 1 by t. It's easy for you to substitute the value. So minus 100 into, what is phi 2 here? Phi 2 is 2 into 10 power, how much is that? 2 into 10 power minus 4. 2 into 10 power minus 4 minus phi 1 is, see it is changing from 10 power minus 3 Weber, yeah. So that is a change here, yeah. From 10 power minus 3 to 2 in 10 power, so 2 in 10 power 4, phi 2 is, what is that I have taken? Changing from 10 power minus 3 Weber, 10 power minus 3 to phi 2 is 2 into 10 power minus 4 Weber, okay. Minus 10 power minus 3, how much time is taken as 0.1. Okay. Now, what is the only technique that we have to follow is, we have to make both these variables in the same power, isn't it? So how can you change it as same power? It is 10 power minus 3, it is 10 power minus 4. So it has to be changed into 10 power minus 4. How can you change it? By simply increasing the value. See that? This can be written as 2 into 10 power minus 4 minus, this can be written as, instead of writing as 10 power minus 3, if I want to write it as 10 power minus 4, what should I do? Yeah, can you tell me? This 10 power minus 3 should be changed into 10 power minus 4. How can you change it? Into 10 by 10. Right? By multiplying by 10, dividing by 10, the value will not change, isn't it? So this can be written as now, this is 10 power 1. If it comes here, it can be written as 10 power minus 3 into 10 power minus 1 into 10 power 1. This is 1. I am taking this 10 power 1 to numerator, to 10 power minus 1. So now it has become now 10 power minus 4 into 10. Okay? Is it easy or not? So that value becomes now, I can write this as 10 into 10 power minus 4. Okay? By 0.1. Now, why I have changed it? Because we can take both same common. We can take this out. So, minus 100 into 10 power minus 4. Here it becomes 2 minus 10 by 0.1. Is that clear now? So, minus 100 into 10 power minus 4. This can be written as 10 power 2. I'll write this 100 as 10 power 2 into 2 minus 10 is minus 8 into this can be written as, or this is nothing but 0.1 is nothing but you can write this 0.1 as 10 power minus 1. சின்ன சின்ன டெக்னிக்ஸ் தான், எல்லாம் ஈஸியா ஃபாலோ பண்ணலாம். ஸோ 10 power minus 1 மேல வந்து என்ன ஆகும், 10 power 1 ஆயிடும். Right? So what is remaining now? Can tell me? Now this is minus 8, this is minus. Minus to minus will become plus, isn't it? So 8 into 10 power, you get 2 minus 4 plus 1. So how much is that? 8 into 10 power minus 1, that is 0.8 volts. Logbook use பண்ணாம டைரக்டா வேல்யூ கண்டுபிடிச்சாச்சு. If you have any problem in finding out, you can use the logbook and find out. But simple modification la easy பண்ணலாம். So the value of induced EMF is given now. E is equal to 0.8 volt. Okay, note down that quickly. Next step we will find out the current. In the same question, the second part is we have to find out the current, EMF and current. So that is nothing but induced EMF we have found out, the induced current we have to find out. Induced current. We know that I is nothing but V by R, isn't it? I is equal to V by R actually, but V here is nothing but EMF. R is nothing but the total of the resistance, because the galvanometer is connected with a series of resistance. So when resistors are connected in series, the total resistance simply add, we have to add. So it has to be R plus G. Total resistance of galvanometer and the resistance. So E values already we have found out, it is 0.8, and resistance, both the resistance are given. What are the resistance? Two resistance, that is R is equal 100 and G is equal 100. So we'll write simply as 100 plus 100. That is becomes 0.8 by 200. Right? So this can be written as 8 by 2000. That is simply by multiplying by 10 by 10. And this can be written as 4 by 1000. And this can be written as 4 into 10 power minus 3 ampere. I is equal to 4 into 10 power minus 3 ampere, or it can be written as simple as 4 milliampere. 4 milliampere. 10 power minus 3 is nothing but milliampere. So these small tips you have to be very careful. Yada ஒரு இடத்துல mistake ஆச்சுனா numerical problem மொத்தம் தப்பாயிடும். அதனால while doing this problems, this kind of problems, be careful. Yuvraj, are you writing or simply? I just have a doubt. Are you writing fully? Show me that. Okay. Carry on. Unless I asked Nitya should not have brought any paper. You people should know that it is only meant for you. One should not compel you to do all those things. Isn't it? That's why I just asked you. Okay, next question. Take down the question. Two rails of a railway track insulated from each other and the ground. Insulated from each other and the ground. Or connected to a millivoltmeter. The train runs at a speed of 180 km per hour. The train runs at a speed of 180 km per hour. Vertical component of Earth's magnetic field is (0.2 into 10 power minus 4 Weber per meter square). 0.2 into 10 power minus 4 Weber per meter square. And the rails are separated by 1 meter gauge. And the rails are separated by 1 meter. Find the reading of the voltmeter. Find the reading of the voltmeter. என்ன கான்செப்ட் புரியுது அது? யுவராஜ், என்ன கான்செப்ட் புரியுது அது? எந்த கான்செப்ட் ரிலேட் ஆகுது இந்த லெசன்ல? எஸ், என்னென்னோ கொடுத்துருக்காங்க பாருங்க. But a very simple concept only. You are asked to find out the EMF. தெரியுதா ஏதாவது எந்த டாபிக்கோட ரிலேட் ஆகுது அப்படின்னு? டக் டக்குன்னு சொல்லணும். தெரியணும், இல்லைன்னா இல்லைன்னு சொல்லணும். டோன்ட் டிலே. அடுத்தது மகேஷ். யாருக்கு தெரியும்ல? நித்யாக்கு ஏதாவது ஐடியா கிடைக்குதா எந்த கான்செப்ட் கூடன்னு? வளரக்கூடாதுப்பா, ஏதாவது கொஞ்சம் ரிலேட்டடா சொல்லணும். இந்த EMF induced by different methods படிச்சிருக்கோம் இல்லையா? EMF can be induced அப்படின்னு. அதுல ஃபர்ஸ்ட் பாயிண்ட் வந்து EMF induced by changing the magnetic induction அப்படின்னு ஒரு பாயிண்ட் பார்த்தோம். அந்த செகண்ட் பாயிண்ட் என்ன பார்த்தோம்? magnetic EMF induced by changing the area of the coil பார்த்தோமா? அதுல ஒரு ஸ்லைடர் வச்சு என்ன பண்ணும்? மூவ் பண்ணுமா? அந்த டெரிவேஷன்ல ஃபைனலா என்ன கிடைச்சு நமக்கு? ஃபார்முலா பாருங்க, அந்த புக்ல பாருங்க. EMF induced by changing the increasing area or changing the area enclosed by the coil ல என்ன ஃபைனல் ஃபார்முலா கிடைச்சது பாரு. என்ன கொடுத்திருக்கு? E is equal to EMF induced by changing the that is what அதுதான் ரிலேட் பண்ணது. வெரி சிம்பிள் தான், ஆனா क्वेश्चन வந்து அது மாதிரி ட்ரிக்கியா கொடுத்திருக்காங்க. மைனஸ் BLV. இங்க Bன்றது மேக்னெட்டிக் ஃபீல்ட், எர்த் மேக்னெட்டிக் ஃபீல்ட், ஹரிசாண்டல் காம்பவுண்ட் ஆஃப் எர்த் மேக்னெட்டிக் ஃபீல்ட். அந்த லென்த் கொடுத்திருக்காங்க L, right? This L is nothing but the gap between the tracks, that is 1 meter. Okay, the length of the gap between the two tracks, அது வந்து L னு எடுத்துக்கணும். velocity with which the slider is moving படிச்சிருக்கோம் இல்லையா, அதுதான் என்ன இங்க ட்ரெயின் உடைய ஸ்பீட். ஓகே, அதாவது இப்போ ட்ராக் எப்படி இருக்குன்னு வச்சுக்கோங்க. ஓகே, இதுதான் ட்ரெயின் வச்சுக்கோங்க. என்ன பண்ணிருக்காங்க, இத வந்து ஒரு மில்லி வோல்ட் மீட்டர் கனெக்ட் பண்ணிருக்காங்க. ஏன்னா அதுல எவ்வளவு EMF இன்டியூஸ் ஆகுது அப்படின்னு பார்க்கறதுக்காக அந்த மில்லி மீட்டர், அதாவது ஐ மீன் தி வோல்ட் மீட்டர் இஸ் கனெக்டட். ஓகே, நவ தி எர்த் மேக்னெட்டிக் ஃபீல்ட் இஸ் தேர். எர்த்தினுடைய மேக்னெட்டிக் ஃபீல்ட் இப்படி இருக்கு, நம்ம டயகிராம்ல பார்த்திருப்பீங்க. அந்த டயகிராம் பார்க்குற மாதிரி எர்த் மேக்னெட்டிக் ஃபீல்ட் இருக்கு. ஹரிசாண்டல் காம்போனன்ட் அண்ட் வெர்டிகல் காம்போனன்ட் போத் ஆர் தேர். எர்த் மேக்னெட்டிக் ஃபீல்ட் ஆர் தேர், but we have to worry about the horizontal component of earth magnetic field. அந்த டயகிராம்ல பாத்தீங்கன்னா B கொடுத்திருக்கு இல்லையா, by changing the orientation of the coil ல B எப்படி கொடுத்திருக்கு நமக்கு? horizontal component இல்லையா, அந்த horizontal component தான். either this can be upward or downward. இதுதான் வந்து horizontal component of earth magnetic field. இந்த ஸ்லைடர் கொடுத்திருக்கு பாருங்க, அந்த ஸ்லைடர் தான் என்னது? இந்த ட்ரெயின். இப்ப அந்த ஸ்லைடர் தான் என்ன பண்றாங்க, இப்போ ஒரு பெரிய ராட் மாதிரி ஞாபகம் வச்சுக்கணும் இந்த ட்ரெயினை. அப்ப ஸ்லைடரோட லென்த் எவ்வளவு? Lனாக்கா இங்க இந்த இடத்துக்குள்ள டிஸ்டன்ஸ் எவ்வளவு கொடுத்துறாங்க? 1 மீட்டர் கொடுத்ததுனால இந்த ட்ரெயினுடைய விட்த் தான் நமக்கு என்னது? இந்த ஸ்லைடர் அதனுடைய லென்த். சோ L கொடுத்தாச்சு, B கொடுத்தாச்சு, வெலாசிட்டி ஆஃப் ட்ரெயின் கொடுத்தாச்சு. அதாவது இந்த ராட் எவ்வளவு ஃபாஸ்டா மூவ் பண்றோம் அப்படின்னு இந்த மூணுத்தையும் வச்சு என்ன பண்ணணும், நம்ம EMF கால்குலேட் பண்ணணும். ஓகே, இதெல்லாம் என்ன பண்ணுவாங்க, IIT என்ஜினியரிங் எக்ஸாம் எல்லாம் கேட்பாங்க. இந்த மாதிரி தான் கொஞ்சம் யோசிச்சு என்ன பண்ணணும், இது மாதிரிலாம் அட்டெண்ட் பண்ணணும். இட்ஸ் நாட் தட் மச் ஈஸி டு enter into IITs. இந்த மாதிரி கொஞ்சம் application oriented. Now take down the data what is given here. So what is that given? First we have to find out the velocity. Velocity is given as 180 km per hour. Usually for calculation purpose we use only meter per second. அதனால என்ன பண்ணுவோம், இத வந்து மீட்டர் per second கன்வெர்ட் பண்ணிக்கணும். So 180 னா into 1000 meters 1 kilometer. ஹவர்ஸ் வந்து 1 ஹவருக்கு எவ்வளவு செகண்ட்ஸ் இருக்கு? 3600 செகண்ட்ஸ். சோ மீட்டர் பர் செகண்ட் அப்படின்னு வச்சுக்கோங்க. சோ திஸ் இஸ் தி வெலாசிட்டி வித் which the slider is moved அந்த क्वेश्चनல. ஓகே, then what is that given here? Horizontal component of earth magnetic field. How much is it? 0.2 into 10 power minus 4 Weber per meter square, or the other unit for this is Tesla. டெஸ்லான்னு சொல்லலாம், இல்ல வெபர் per meter square சொல்லலாம். This is horizontal component of earth magnetic field. And L is given as 1 meter. அவ்வளவுதான். இதை யூஸ் பண்ணி என்ன பண்ணலாம்? Simply we can find out the induced EMF. So take down the diagram also. You should be, இது வந்து track. It is moving at a 180 km per hour. So இது ஞாபகம் வச்சுட்டு என்ன பண்ணலாம், நீங்க ஈஸியா கால்குலேட் பண்ணலாம். Now E is equal to minus BLV. So substitute the value now, find out quickly. நீங்களே கால்குலேட் பண்ணி சொல்லுங்க பார்க்கலாம். What is the answer? Minus 0.2 10 power minus 4 into 1 into V is 180 into 1000 by 3600. Come on. Minus 0.2 10 power minus 4 into, this can be written as you can even cancel it also easily. 600. This is 30. Or you can straight away 2 times you can calculate. This is 3600. 180 by 3600. Okay. So you can cancel the zeros first. 2 zeros and 2 zeros. Okay. This can be written as 2 18s here. 118. 2 18s. Okay. This way you can just simplify that. So again it can be written as 5 times. So what is remaining now? It is 5 here. So 2 5s are 10 into 10 power minus 4. So the final answer is, if it is 1, it can be written as again minus 10 power minus 3. Isn't it? This minus sign is indication of Lenz's law. And this is nothing but, if it is 10 power minus 3 na, it is E. That is EMF is in terms of volts. Isn't it? So I can write this as nothing but 1 millivolts. Milli means 10 power minus 3. Another 1 minus 1 millivolts. So the reading of the voltmeter is nothing but 1 millivolts. So how simple it is. See, though it is such a big question, it indicates only few lines so that easily you can calculate. Have you understood this? Copy down quickly. Note down the diagram also so that you will not forget in the future. நான் எப்போ question இந்த question கேட்டாலும் கரெக்டா சொல்லணும் நீ. நித்யாக்கு சொன்னாதான் பண்ணுவேன் நீ. Have you noted down the diagram? This is good idea. Instead of getting the mic and saying, simply you can nod your head, yes, no. Easy way of answering. Good. Okay, we'll stop up to that. Remaining few more questions we'll solve on Monday. These are very important questions. You have to be very thorough with this. So that in case the board exam, these questions comes, even for half-yearly exam or even for revision exams, these questions will be there definitely. அதனால நல்லா தரவு பண்ணிக்கோங்க. டெஸ்ட் எழுதும் போதும் இதெல்லாம் மிஸ் பண்ணாம கரெக்டா ஆன்சர் பண்ணுங்க. It will be helpful for you to score good marks. Okay? So we will solve some more problems on Monday. You can move now. Thank you.